Welcome to the Man Cave Podcast with Dan Casper.
The Giannis talk from, I'm sure you saw the piece from The Athletic, Sam Amick, but I mean, it's in writing now, where Giannis said, I will never request a trade. Mm-hmm. That's just not me. One hand, I feel better about it. I'm like, okay, it's out there now. Like, he has said he will not request a trade. So we can, it's pretty much in the hands of Milwaukee at this point. I do appreciate, I don't know if you got a chance to read the back and forth, but Sam kind of pushed him a little bit and said, well, you can force. He's like, I'm not the boss. Sam's like, but yeah, you are. I mean, if you wanted to, you can. And I get it from Giannis's perspective where he said, I honestly think the Luka thing shocked a lot of people last year, where it's like, it takes one general manager. It takes one move where, that, and I think that's on the mind of Giannis. Like, hey, look what happened to Luka. I could sit here and say I want to be here, but ultimately it's not up to me. Mm-hmm. If John Horst all of a sudden says, yeah, we're going to trade you, I don't have a say in that. But he does have a say if he wants to get out. And he may say he's not the boss, and he used the example of where he is a boss within his, representate or company or whatever. He's got chefs and all that. But he does turn to boss in 2027 when he can opt out, right?
And that's it. Like, you can say, okay, I'm not going to request a trade, but you also have the opportunity to be a free agent in 2027. And that ball starts rolling, I mean, really kind of right now, I believe, but even in the fall when he could extend an extension.
Right.
So you can say, I'm not going to, so that's kind of the next domino here is you could say, I'm not going to request a trade, but if you don't re-sign, then you're kind of showing your hand a little bit.
Exactly. Right. So, like, I get it. It's still a little play on words, I think. Right. From that aspect, I understand what he's getting at, and he's not wrong. Mm-hmm. But that's not completely telling the whole story either. So, but I think at this point, I think if anything, we can shut down all the reports out there that Giannis wants out. Right? I mean, that's like he's asking to be traded and all that.
I didn't have a chance to look. Was it a quiet day for Shams yesterday? Or?
Well, I saw some Bucks accounts were having some fun with Shams and such with that whole thing. So, but that's at least the thing I do take away is like he can't, because I feel like Giannis is very loyal to, if he says something, he believes it. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he said, I will never request a trade, I do believe him in that aspect.
I do. It's just that's not the only part of it.
Exactly.
Yep.
Bingo. Yep. Because, and I get it too, again, that, you're not the boss, and so-and-so John Horst could decide to trade you on a whim. Yeah. But you do have some say. Let's not kid ourselves. You do have some pull.
Right.
Right? So.
If he went to John Horst and said, I don't want to be traded, I don't think he'd probably be traded.
Right. And I don't think the Bucks are looking to trade him right now.
No, it seems like the hubbub is more of, okay, how do you kind of adjust on the fly around him with, the limited resources you're going to have to put towards that?
Right. And it's going to be interesting, I think, during this stretch of games with this West Coast and this Western Conference portion of the schedule. I mean, trade deadline's less than a month now. Where are they going to be at? Can they sell him if, like, they're, I would imagine, very low in the playoff standings if they even make the playoffs at this point this year? What is it that they've got out there that would make Giannis want to say, yeah, I'll resign? It's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. It's really going to be an interesting offseason when we get to it this year, depending on how the Bucks finish this thing off. So, but ultimately, I think we can kind of, like any report saying Giannis wants out, I think we can squash that now because it is literally in writing now. It's printed, right? And I think Giannis is very aware that that's out there right now, and he doesn't want to go back on that.
Right.
So.